people pay attention, because many of you have the power to change your financial future and become famous millionaires. We will also talk about price today. For those of you who don't know, I've been at Unit 2049 for the past 2 days. I went to the event today and I have a lot to tell you. A lot of crazy things are happening right now. I just saw Eric Trump speak on stage. Trump's father got up on stage and spoke at the end. So a lot of this will have something to do with XRP. Also, by the end of 2025, I'm going to change some of the prices I thought were possible. Stay tuned for that and the information I'm going to teach you all today. Many people are now using Bitcoin. An interesting thing I learned from Eric Trump today is that their company, World Liberty Financial, is investing a lot of money into global decentralized apps to make it cryptocurrency easier to access, especially in developing countries in Africa, South America, and other places with weaker economies around the world. People really want to get away from their government. Another thing that shocked me was how strongly Eric Trump is against banks. He didn't hold back at all. He made it clear to everyone that the Trump administration has no respect for the banking business. Yes, that's exactly what World Liberty wants to do. It's now up to you to decide if you want to put all of your money into World Liberty Financial. I'm not going to put all of my money into safe coins. I'm going to put all of my money into blockchains and technologies like XRPPL that will help more people get access in a fair way. Of course, I think XRP will do this the best. I do want to talk about adoption though, because it's the first piece of the puzzle. After that, we'll talk about price movement and all that other cool stuff. And you can see right away that Morgan Stanley, a $130 trillion, 0 cents asset manager, is going to let there be a rate. Bitcoin is what the clients deal in. Yeah, it's crazy. For example, Morgan Stanley has assets worth $1 billion, $300 million, 0 cents, and a lot more trades going through their exchange. A $130 trillion, 0 cents asset manager could easily make tens of trillions of dollars in sales, especially if they start a huge online trading platform that anyone in the world can use. At this point, we don't know all the details of what this will entail, but that's very important news. More and more banks, including Bank of America and all the other big names in the business, are going to start doing this because they won't be able to keep up. Otherwise, they will fall behind. I agree with what Eric Trump said today, that tariffs and diplomacy are both very important because they change the markets. Everyone knows that wars hurt the markets. Maybe not all of you, but I'm here to tell you that they do. Even though there are a lot of things going on, the most important thing is that the war in Ukraine ends. That's right, folks. The US and Ukraine have signed a deal to trade minerals. To put it simply, this puts, the US in the area around the Ukraine, and there are active US military personnel there. This means that if Russia continues to invade Ukraine and goes after the rare minerals that the US will now be mining in Ukraine, it is an act of war. War with the United States of America. It's not really over, but this is pretty much the end of the war. As soon as this deal is over, which it is, most of the US will send people over there to start mining these minerals and setting up their factories. This is the only real reason Russia wanted the war with Ukraine in the first place. They need the things. They want the land for farming. They want the minerals, and Ukraine has a lot of them. The end of a war is good news for the stock market. We've been to a lot of protests since the war, and things are starting to look really, really good. Plus, President Trump has said he wants to talk to Chinese President Xi Jinping. This is the least likely news story of them all because China and the U.S. have been going back and forth. China says they won't talk to Trump, but there is a call from Trump to Xi Jinping. We'll wait and see what China says about this. Things are getting really strange. No one knows who to trust, but we might still be able to hold out hope that something will happen soon. Oh, and one more interesting thing I need to quickly talk about is that Microsoft stock and many others are reporting earnings that are much higher than expected. What does this mean? It means the economy is better than we thought. The markets may have gone up. The tech companies don't think they'll have good quarterly earnings, which is pretty exciting. But what we're seeing is that They're making more money than expected. It looks like things are going to be much better than anyone could have hoped or dreamed. They're reporting gains. Putting everything I showed you here together makes for a very interesting story. Finally, I want to say that President Trump is talking to the president of China about ending the war. There are huge asset managers trading crypto for online clients, which is worth trillions of dollars. At the same time, Eric Trump is doing his best to help cryptocurrency become widely used around the world. As you can see, XRP is about to go through another huge acceptance curve. November was great, but this week will be different. It got cheaper to borrow money in Europe, which means more money is coming into the markets. Rates will soon be going down in the US, which is great. That people are still not expecting much from inflation statistics. Right now, things look great from almost every angle, which is great. This is exactly what we need to see. There are still some risks in the market, but the biggest one is that people aren't sure about India and Pakistan, which means a fight may start between the two. Nepal and India are both big countries with lots of people. They deal with many other countries a lot. We'll see what happens in the world, but we already know that the US will side with India because they want to make him a new trade partner. To be fair, they don't have a great relationship with Pakistan, but we'll see how everything turns out in the end. After this, I'm sure that the pros are greater than the cons. And if you look at how things usually change when a war starts, you can see that things get better very quickly. The Pakistan war won't destroy the markets forever and make it hard to get back to them. If the war does happen, we'll probably see a pretty big drop. We don't know for sure yet, but it's possible that there will be a big rebound after that. People will buy things, make trades with leverage, and make a lot of money. Now, I have a job opening on the screen, and I was able to get it for less than $220.00, which is great to see. I think we're going to have a small correction before another huge rally because of a few things like the overbought stochastic RSI and the fact that our Fibonacci Ballinger band is pretty close together. We were finding really strong support at the levels we're at now, which is a good sign. It doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, but it does mean that the risk is going down and the upside keeps going up, which is good news for you. Volumes in cash are coming in, people are getting excited, and the adoption curve is really taking off, if that makes you happy. Hit the like button, but more importantly, join our Crypto Crusaders trade group to protect your future. That way you'll get all of my trades and entries so you can get in when the going is good and make money with me and my group who are killing it right now. If you want to learn more about the crypto market, not joining Crypto Crusaders is the worst thing you could do. To be honest, I think it's the best option. It's the best neighborhood.